folks, it's Tony at Kayaks and More. Got another build coming up for you, another shop build. We try to keep, which like I said, we use the actual store here for kind of our showroom, and then we keep a lot of our other models, as most people do, and what we use for our warehousing and in our rigging. But this is a shop built we got. It's a XI3 with GPS on the NuCanoe Unlimited, a great bow mount option, which this is the NuCanoe Unlimited Tundra color, one of my favorite colors. I really like this color. Good earth tones, muted, that's just one of my favorites. But we'll start at the front and go to the back. So bow to stern, which we've got the Motor Guide XI3 with GPS. We've got the NuCanoe bow mount plate paired with the Motor Guide quick release plate. I mean, man, these things, I'll go ahead and unhook it, and we'll get into some of this other stuff a little bit later, and that's it. I mean, you know, you cannot ask for any easier or simpler than this system is. I mean, it's just awesome to get on and off of there. Great motor if you want that bow mounted option, and you want the spot lock and the remote control capabilities. It is just awesome. Which a couple of things we do on this motor, you know, bearing in mind a bow mount motor on a boat versus on a kayak, a little different animal. You know, with a boat, you're standing up, you're elevated, you are above the motor, so it makes things a lot different. And a couple little things that we do on this setup, and we didn't come up with this, someone else did, and I've saw a lot of different people using this system, so props to whoever came out with this. We took it and kind of adapted it to our own. But as far as launching this off of the kayak, with you sitting up there in the seat and retracting it, a few little things that really help. Number one, we have taken your main power cord and we've kind of made a spring out of it, okay? We take a piece of bungee and just wire tie it with a knot in it around this main power cord. And then we keep compressing and bringing that bungee up here. And when we get that tight, we do another knot, another wire tie. And what that in fact does is it almost makes a spring out of that. So when you flip that, just launches it right off the front. So, you know, I hear a lot of people say, I take my paddle and push it and this and that. You don't have to do that with this system, because you in essence make a spring out of that, and it really helps to launch that motor easy. What you saw back here, we take, and I'll take a Yak Attack eyelet. We drill a hole through there, put that in there. There again, put me a clip there. And what that does, then we'll run a handle back here. That lets us flip that, okay? Then to guide the motor down and back up. And we've used a lot of different things, but the one thing, and there again, someone else done this, is hitting Kayaks and More original ideal, so shout out to whoever done it first. This is a mount for a Garmin livescope, okay? And what it does, that mount is made to mount your livescope transducer down on the trolling motor. What this does, it lets that pivot and swivel, and it is by far the best thing that we found. And like I said, we've used 5 or 6 different things for the money. You know, overall, this is the best thing, and it's ended up, you're looking at $30-something, $40 on one of these, and it is still the cheapest too. But you just take your paracord, put it through there, put your washer on the inside, tie you a big knot, and then this simply just screws in there. You leave it loose, and it's just, like I said, you can set back here, which it's much easier if you're setting up there, but just to show you how it works, you pull that right in, and just like that. And like I said, it may have looked like it strained me a little bit, which I'm old and weak, so it probably did, but it's much easier when you're setting up there. So just a great system as far as deploying and stowing your bow mount motors. Works great. Another thing that we've had several different iterations in the last 3 years when we started mounting bow mount motors and motors in general is plugs. Everybody searches for that great plug, and man, we have went through, you know, some of the original 2-pound plugs that you've seen and that's present on some different factory motors that comes out. We've had a lot of failures there, and just a lot of issues with them. And, you know, we finally come around full circle to the Anderson plug, and it's just hard to beat. You've got a soldered waterproof connection that's not going anywhere. It's a tried and true that is bulletproof. You know, it's just really hard to beat. I mean, the Anderson plug is a keeper. You know, hey, I hope someone comes out with something a lot better. We'll jump all over it. But the way it is right now, I do think an Anderson type plug is really hard to beat. Great plug. Come on back here to the back real quick. Sorry to jump around, but what we've done back here, which on the battery we've put one, and we've got, I don't like that flush mount. If it's setting up flat like there, it lets too much water get in, but to where it is mounted on a surface like that, the actual flush mount connection really works well. So that really works good here, which we've got our Newport vessel battery box. It's already got your 60 amp built-in fuse and breaker, a 10 amp fuse. It's got USBs, you know, you can charge your phone. If you're putting a GoPro mount behind the seat, a place to plug it up, just a great battery box. We've got that powered, which the XI3 is 12 volts, so we've got it powered with the amped 60 amp hour. There again, and we've talked about this in other videos, got a great charging system with them that really works well. Really pushes this boat and powers this boat well. A lot of people say, yeah, but don't you need 100 amp hour? You know, that's great. It's just a lot more money, and we've got some of our pro staffers and a lot of customers that have used this motor. You don't see a tremendous amount of draw in these batteries till you get up there to where you're really pushing over 50% or over 75% draw. So for most fishermen, this battery's gonna last you all day and then some. And we have tournament anglers that don't have issues with this battery unless, man, you are just running wide open for really big stretches off and on all day. So 100 amp, definitely a great option, but just here to tell you that a 60 amp does really well for most anglers, okay? And there again, which we will use our, to secure this battery, we'll use our NuCanoe strap system on this. In one of our earlier videos, we had talked about the versatility of the Unlimited foot steering. You know, how great it was if you've got the NK180 mounted back there, and, you know, everyone in the industry, regardless of what kayak you've got, what brand, we can take that and we can pick it to death. They've all got pros and cons. There's not a perfect model out there, okay? One thing that NuCanoe done and knocked it out of the park was their quick connect system and this single foot steering. It is just, it's amazing. It just simply is amazing. And like we had showed in one of the previous videos, if you don't have the motor mount, you just put the rudder on it. Even with having the GPS remote controlled XI3. Everyone still wants this foot control rudder on because you can simply, we're all after a system that provides us and affords us hands-free fishing. And this system paired together really does. You can set that XI3 straight, hit a bank, and use that foot to steer this vessel and control it, and it's as close to a hands-free fishing experience as you could ever get. So a great system. I'll come back over here, which it does also have the big wheel system on it and the cleat for raising your rudder. A lot less weight and stuff, so we don't have to have a pulley back there with all the mechanical advantage and everything, but you just simply raise it up and put it right there in your cleat. So a great system, easy to do there. You know, one thing we touched, the new spin grip knobs that NuCanoe has come out with. Hey, it doesn't take much to get me excited, okay? They're really awesome, an awesome little knob, and you'll see that coming on all of your new stuff now. We have paired this, once again, like we've said about the NuCanoe Unlimited. Everyone loves that open deck space. But for those that like to have some in-hull storage, we have put the gear pod in this. The way the gear pod is designed, it's a very dry storage system. You've got the raised lip and all of the channels to evacuate water, so it does great. And hey, shout out to Blake and everyone at NuCanoe. It says a lot to me about a brand when they say, hey, we want to get better, we want to improve. And I think that's something that we constantly have saw from NuCanoe and a lot of our other brands. You know, if you will look at the gear pods today versus the gear pods of years past, you've just got a really nice finished product. And the other gear pods were great, but guys, they've improved and the cost hasn't went up any. So, you know, when you're dealing with a company that says, wow, we can do this better, you know, I think that speaks volumes to the brand. Once again, another great USA brand. One thing that we probably don't mention enough about NuCanoe is the type of warranty they got. The NuCanoe Parts for Life warranty. If something breaks and you're the original owner of this kayak, they replace those parts, and that's pretty amazing. So hats off to them there. But a great model, a great system out there that will give you hours and hours of fishing fun. Come and see us. Give us a call. We're always here for information, regardless of whether you bought your kayak from us or not. We will gladly share what little we do know with you. But we'd love for you to come and visit us. You'll walk in the door, hopefully a customer, but we know you'll leave as part of the Kayaks and More family. So have a great day.